Hi, good morning, everyone. So welcome to our daily briefing. So today is 27 October, which is Wednesday. So let's start our morning briefing by take a quick recap on previous important economic data. So the first one is Uscb Conference Board Consumer Confidence October. So the previous is 109.8, the forecast is 108.3, and the actual is 113.8, which is higher than the previous and forecast. So this is actually a good news for USD. Then we go to the next one, previous important economic data, which is the US new home sales September. So the previous is 702,000 and the forecast is 760,000 and the actual is 800,000. So which is higher than the previous and also the forecast. So this is a good news for USD. So we take a look on the market graph here. So we can see that the US dollar index went up last night because of this important economic data. Okay, so we go to the next part of our daily briefing of today is the previous day market volatility recap for gold. So the volatility, we can see that it's declined 220 pips last night for gold market. So what happened? So let us read the factor here. Okay, so spot gold closed down 0.82% on Tuesday to $1792.90 per ounce. Okay, so the intraday drop reached 1.4%, ending the previous 5 consecutive trading days of gains. So the reason was that the strong US dollar and also the strong company performance boosted investors' demand for riskier assets. So the gold, the demand of the gold is getting lower because of the strong US dollar and also the strong company performance. Okay, then we go to the next one, which is the WTI crude oil. So we can see that it's rise 180 pips yesterday. So what happened? Let us read the factor here. So US oil rose nearly 1%, remaining at the highest level since 2014. So analysts predict that supply will drop again this week due to a decline in US production during holds and increased demand. So the latest data released by API shows that as of the week of October 22, API crushing crude oil inventories decreased by 3.73 million barrels. Okay, so we can see the WTI crude oil demand is getting higher and higher, but the supply, we can see the supply is dropped again. So that's why the WTI crude oil price is getting higher and still maintained in a high level since 2014. Okay, so we go to the next part of our daily briefing today, which is the Asia session. Today we have to focus on this important economic data, but this over already, so we just take a look on this. Okay, so 8:30 o'clock in the morning today, so which is the Australia inflation rate year-on-year Q3. So the previous is 3.8%, the forecast is 3.1%, and the actual is just only 3%. So which is lower than the previous and also the forecast. So this is definitely not a good news for Aussie dollar. And then we go to the next part, which is the EU session. So we have to focus on this Germany GfK consumer confidence November, this important economic data. So we can take a look on the previous of this important economic data, which is 0.3 and the forecast is negative 0.5 and the schedule is at 2 o'clock later. So we will know the actual of this important economic data at 2 o'clock later. So if higher than expected reading should be taken as positive for euro dollar. So while a lower than expected reading should be taken as negative for euro dollar. And then we go to the next part, which is US session. So there are quite a few important economic data in the US session we have to focus. So which is the US durable goods orders, the Bank of Canada interest rate decision, and the crude oil stocks, EIA crude oil stocks, and also the BOC press conference at 11 o'clock here. Okay, so we take a look on the first one, the first US session important economic data, which is the US durable goods orders month-on-month September. So the previous is 1.8%, forecast is negative 1.1%, and the schedule is at 8:30 tonight. So if higher than expected reading should be taken as positive for the USD, while lower than expected reading should be taken as negative for the USD. Then we go to the next one, which is Bank of Canada interest rate decision. So previous and forecast remain at the same at 0.25%. So they will highly remain their interest rate decision. So by the schedule is at 10 o'clock. So we still have to focus on this important economic data. So when to have to check out whether they will increase or decrease their interest rate decision or not. So if any one of your client trading any trading instrument regarding the CAD, so they must focus on this important economic data. So if higher than expected rate is positive for the CAD, so while a lower than expected rate is negative for the CAD. So take note, okay? Then we go to the next one, which is the US EIA crude oil stock change 22 October. So previous is negative 0.431 million and the forecast is at 1.65 million. So schedule is at 10:30 tonight. So if the increase in crude inventories is more than expected, it implies weaker demand and is bearish for crude prices. So in another scenario, so if the increase in crude is less than expected, so it implies greater demand and is bullish for crude prices. So take note. And then we go to the last part of our daily briefing today, which is the market update for gold. So for the resistance level of today is 1796 and the support level of today is 1782. My personal opinion, I will still take it as bullish. Even yesterday it fell down, but I don't care. I still take it as bullish because they haven't settled their supply bottleneck yet. Okay, they haven't settled their supply issues. Okay, so let's take the let's read the factors here why I will still take it as bullish. Okay, so data released on Tuesday show that consumer confidence in the United States unexpectedly strengthened in October. So, and concerns about high inflation were overshadowed by improved labor prospects, suggesting that economic growth is picking up after a turbulent third quarter. So in September, new home sales surged by 14% and an annual rate of 800,000 households after seasonal adjustment. So although the price for gold is ushered in a short-term adjustment, so this is the adjustment is show. Okay, the overall trend is still strong and the upward trend is still expected to continue. Okay, so at the same time, the attention needs to be paid to the impact of a series of important data this week and on the price of gold. So which is the initial jobless claim, okay, and the Michigan consumer confidence, and also next week quite happening, right? And also FOMC meeting, we have to focus on this important economic data. Okay, so the main focus of the day, which is the US durable goods orders in September, and also the Bank of Canada's decision also needs proper attention too. Okay, so that's all for our daily briefing today. So we should have a great day and see you again. Bye bye.